Hey yo, what up everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com. Well, as you can tell, got a nice Jordan box here. So it's time for another video documenting my newest sneaker collection edition. Now, as you guys can tell by the box, and I'm sure from all the hype that you've been hearing about, sadly a lot of it is negative, the Concords just dropped. These are not the Concords, but I promise I got a good video coming soon. Got a good story regarding the Concords. I'll tell you all about it, but not to overshadow this release. Sadly, it's already been overshadowed. Anything that releases 6 days before the Concords is going to be overshadowed. But this is a shoe I'm very happy about. So, while the Concords might be, you know, that Lamborghini Murcielago, this is still a nice Ferrari, I don't know, maybe 612, Ferrari California, maybe an Audi R8, something like that. So it's still a great shoe, and it's something that I'm very excited to document and give a review of and add to my collection. As you guys know, I really like shoes that have somewhat of a history to them, that have kind of a backstory to them. Part of the reason that the Flu Game 12s are one of my favorite pairs of Jordans, because there's a backstory to it. Part of the reason that I love the old Mars Blackman 4s, because there's a backstory to it. You know, same thing with the Do the Right Thing 3s, you know. Space Jams, the Concords. There's so much that goes into those shoes, more than just, hey, it's a tight shoe with a tight colorway. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, one of my favorite pairs that dropped this year was the Wolf Grey 5s, which wasn't even an OG colorway and had no background story. So I'm not saying that, you know, in order for me to like a shoe, it has to have some in-depth, you know, profound history. I'm not saying that, but I do like that when a shoe does. And this shoe, really more than most, has a deep history to it, which makes it even more amazing to me that it is being slept on like it is. So, without any further ado or any further delays, let's get into one of my favorite releases of this year. And I gotta say, I'm sorry I've been slacking on the reviews lately. I haven't had anything to add. Sadly, everything I've wanted to get, I've either not been able to get, such as the LeBron Cannons and the LeBron Chinas, or I didn't have internet access to try and get, such as the Black Cement 3s, and everything else other than that I just wasn't really feeling. So really hasn't even been that much dropping, which is good. My wallet needed a break because this month alone is going to hurt me pretty hard, since on Christmas I'm going to try and add a couple of the Christmas kicks as well, so we'll see. We'll get to that later. But again, sorry for the delay. It's been the longest intro ever. So, one of my favorite shoes, for what it means more than anything, is the Air Jordan 14 Last Shot Edition. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Last Shot Edition, these were the shoes that Michael Jordan wore for literally his very last shot he ever took as a Chicago Bulls player. One of the most classic Jordan memories is Game 6 of the 1998 Finals against the Utah Jazz. Hold on, my flash is flashing. I'm sorry, my light is flashing here. Alright, sorry about that, guys. But one of the most classic memories of Michael Jordan is Game 6. I believe he scored like 54 points or something. And I still, to this day, contend that it was a push-off, but whatever. It still was one of the most amazing shots he ever made, where he shot over Byron Russell from the top of the key and drilled it to ice the victory for the Bulls over the Jazz. I believe, yeah, they beat the Jazz back-to-back years, 97 and 98. I don't remember if they played 96. And it doesn't matter, they won. And he was rocking these shoes. So that's why I really like the elements of the history to it. That was officially his last game ever as a Chicago Bull. As we know his history between retirements and baseball and the Wizards and all that, that was it for him. That was it for the Bulls. And subsequently, they haven't won a championship since. So, to me, these shoes hold a lot of history, memory to me. And I wasn't a Bulls fan, but I remember watching that game like it was yesterday. I remember watching the play and saying he just pushed off. But you knew they were going to call it because it was Jordan, and sure enough, he drained the shot. So I wanted to just give you a little video, just a little show of this shoe before I get it close up there and really detail all the details. That didn't sound right, but whatever. Just to give you kind of a basic overview of the shoe. A lot of people don't like the 14s because there was such a radical change from the 13s to the 14s, which is really kind of ironic. I'm wearing 13s right now. We'll do a comparison to something. But there was such a difference that a lot of people really weren't feeling the 14s. But I really think they're a great shoe. I think they're a very classic shoe. And I think they're a very underrated design, in my opinion. One thing I like that I want to point out here, as you can see, it's a pretty plain design, if you will. Predominantly all black, mixture of leather and nubuck. There are some varsity red accents on it, as you can see, which we'll get into more. But it is a predominantly, I don't want to say plain shoe, but the color, at least, is pretty basic. One thing I really like, and it's something that I love about the 2010s, is right here, how the top of the shoe, the high top part, or the 3/4 top, whatever you want to call it, is different sizes. That's one of my favorite aspects of the 2010s, is that these are different. So it's not straight across. As you can see on this side's high and this side's low. One of the things I just really like about it. So I want to get this up closer so you can see everything about it, and we can really discuss this shoe in full detail. Now, first off, probably the most important thing to know about this shoe is that it was patterned and designed after one of Michael Jordan's Ferraris. Well, that's kind of weird that I just mentioned a Ferrari earlier, saying 612 or California. Huh. Alright, sorry, that's really kind of weird. That was totally unintentional that I would even mention a Ferrari earlier. Because I love Ferraris, but to me they aren't on the same level as Lamborghinis. Again, just my opinion, not going to get into a, Italian supercar discussion. But these were actually patterned after one of Michael's Ferraris, specifically the 550 Maranello, which I believe it was a 550, not the 575, because if I'm not mistaken, the 575 didn't come out until either 2000 or 2001, and the Super America came out after that. So this was after the 550 Maranello, which one of the first things you see on these shoes, and one thing that is very prominent on the 550 is the ribbing. On the side of it, there is a ribbing, which is exactly the first thing you see here, which is this perforated black ribbed leather, which I really like because you get such a contrast of the different colors of black. You have the black leather here, the black leather here, black leather all along. It almost looks like a foam posit. You have so much ribbed leather on the side, and this is all a nice black perforated leather. Then going around the toe box, as well as along the collar, down through the back, and up on the other side of the collar is a nice black nubuck. And what's really cool is you got a good mixture of other colors of black. As you can see here, you got a nice gloss black along the sole, as well as a flat black along the rest of the sole. Then you kind of almost got another color black with the laces. And one thing I really like about this is check out the profile. When you're looking, you almost can't even see the laces. You just see these clean lines. What I like about that is how they've run the laces almost hidden. Not quite hidden, but almost hidden. I really like that feature of it. Plus the little details, like this nice checkerboard pattern here on the tongue. It's just, stitched checkerboard that I think is really cool. As well as you get the varsity accents of the Jordan along here, as well as on the tongue, something different. You've got two little plastic pieces. Hopefully you guys can see that. Two plastic pieces here, which help to pull, which I've never seen before. As well as you got the varsity red Jumpman here, as well as more details in the back, where you have the varsity 23 with another varsity Jumpman. But even these little lines going through all this stuff, it almost looks like Flywire, honestly. Even though these came out way before Flywire. But you can see what I'm talking about, like all this that continues through. Then, of course, before we even get to the red here, you've got almost teeth here on the toe box, or on the side of the toe box. Not in teeth in the sense of like the Air Jordan 5, but I do feel these kind of have a teeth look to them almost, which is something, again, similar to the 550 Maranello. It has the ribbing or the teeth on it. Then you get down to the step by step red, I think it's just a hard plastic that goes from one side of the sole around to the other side of the sole. And then there's one of my favorite details on this shoe, which is right here. This little this little mesh that's right next to the red plastic or red whatever it is. I really like that. Actually, it's a red art support. I really like that because one of the things that is unknown on most Ferraris is you have a some type of mesh grill, Stradale challenge grill, depend on if it's on a 430, if it's on a 550, if it's on a 360, they all have some type of grill parts on the front, whether it be the actual grill, whether it be the air intake scoops on the front bumper. You always have something like that. Another thing that I really like is right here on the back of the tongue. You got the Roman numeral 14, which I love because I always refer to my Jordans based on the Roman numeral. So for me, I think every single Jordan from number 1 should have some type of incorporation of the Roman numeral in it. I wish they would have done it. That's something that, maybe on future re-releases they can do, but I really like that. And then what comes to, in my opinion, the absolute best part of this shoe, even better than the mesh on the side, is right there. As I said, this was patterned after the Ferrari logo, and this is truly as close to a Ferrari logo as you can get without having a leaping or a bucking horse. It is the same yellow background with the same black figure in the middle, and this even has, you can see here, a red line above it, where on the actual Ferrari logo, that is the colors of the Italian flag, green, white, and red. So very similar to a Ferrari logo. If you aren't familiar with the Ferrari logo, go check it out. Then study up on Ferraris because they're just some sexy, amazing machines. So overall, I really like the visible sides of the shoe. I really think it's well detailed. But I wanted to get to the sole so you can see the rest of it. Now the sole to me is a little bit lacking. Personally, I don't like it anywhere near as much as some of the other soles leading up to that point, specifically the 10, the 11. The 12 was kind of I really like the 13 sole. So then when you get to this, it was a little underwhelmed. The one thing I really do like is where you carry on the Roman numeral again and have the 14 again in Roman numerals listed kind of underneath the toe box. The rest of the toe box is a very standard zigzag pattern, if you will. I'm not sure what the professional term is for that, but I'm going to call it a zigzag pattern, which is very good when it comes to traction on the basketball court, but doesn't look like anything special. Then, when you get down to the heel, one thing I do like is you have this little cutout. It almost looks like a little thumbprint that actually continues up into the rest of the lower sole. So, which is kind of cool. It's just kind of a little detail. And then, again, more zigzag pattern. And then what's cool is that this red arch support actually continues all the way through. It's just set as one piece in here with the black Jumpman in the middle, of course. So kind of basic, basic if you ask me, but still pretty cool. So let me sit back down here real quick. So once again, we got the Air Jordan 14 Last Shot Edition. And really, I think it's a shoe. If you get a chance, pick it up. I know a lot of people slept on them. The Concord's coming out. Money's tight. It's been 8 days now since they came out, and they're still all over Finish Line. They're still all over Nike.com. They're everywhere to pick up. So if you have a chance, you have some Concord money left over, or maybe you weren't able to get the Concords, I'd say definitely check them out. Varsity red goes with everything. Black and red goes with everything Jordan. So why not pick them up, in my opinion? Like I said, I really do like shoes that have history in them. These have history. These have some of the biggest history you can have. So I love them. And I'm really happy that I now have a pair of 14s. I did sleep on the gray 14s that came out earlier this year. I was actually planning on picking one up. And then I saw the blue that was on it. And I really didn't like the blue coloring. So I ended up sleeping on those. Hindsight, I do wish I would have gotten them, but it is what it is. I got these, and I'm extra happy that I was able to pick them up. So, it makes up for it. But like I said, I know it's crazy busy with the releases being dropped right now by Jordan Brand, but I really recommend these shoes. I'm very impressed with them. So, my 2 cents, well, my 15 cents, like I always say, I really do like this shoe. So, hopefully you guys as well. And if you guys picked them up, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Did you end up grabbing these, or did you sleep on them and in hopes of getting the Concords? And if so, did you get the Concords? Actually, don't answer that. We'll answer that in my next video, or hopefully one of my next videos by the end of the weekend, hopefully. But let me know also what you guys think of my videos. Do you think I can do anything when it comes to reviewing the shoe better? Do you think I'm doing a good job? Do you hate them? Do you think I'm the worst reviewer in history? Hopefully not. And you know, what do you think would help out? Do you think I should do something where I show what they look like with jeans, on the feet, compared to other shoes? What do you guys think? Right now, I do all of my videos without any kind of editing, just a straight shot. But if people want to see, you know, some editing in there with different shots of the shoes on my feet or stuff like that, I'm more than happy to do it. So just let me know what you guys think, and you know, I will happily incorporate it. I am here for your guys' benefit, so figure might as well listen to what you guys have to say. So let me know. So of course, if you have something that you're interested in saying regarding one of my videos, and you're up on YouTube right now, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section, or you can send me a direct message on YouTube if you'd like. While you're at it, I'd love it if you'd like the video, maybe watch it a few times and subscribe to my channel so you can be right there every single time a video comes out. Of course, if you're up on MatthewMailey.com, go ahead and just click over into the discussion tab or the comment tab and leave me a little message there. Let me know what you think and let me know some ideas. As always, I would love it if you guys could like my page over on Facebook. Search for Matthew Mailey Poker, like my page, and be right there with all of my big posts. I use that for the more, you know, elongated posts, which we all know I'm very long-winded, so I talk a lot. So that's for everything that takes more than 150 words. And then as always, you can follow me on Twitter at Matthew Mailey for all of my 140 or 150 word or less posts, which I don't have a whole lot of because I talk so damn much. So once again, Sneaker Collection Edition. Sorry I've been slacking on them, but we're back. Got a busy month worth of shoes coming in, and hope you guys are excited because I know I am. So once again, Air Jordan 14 Last Shot Edition. And until the next video, your boy is signing off. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and happy holidays. I know I'll do another video soon, but it is officially the 23rd, so hopefully you guys are getting ready for Christmas. I know Hanukkah started, I think yesterday or the day before. So hopefully everybody's having a great happy holidays. So until the next video, I'm signing off. Peace out, y'all.